Alrighty gang, so today we are going to go and do a modified version of a hero workout. The hero workout is JT. Now today we're going to do 21, 15, 9 of handstand push-ups, dips and push-ups. So it's very arm intense. We're going to get a sweet pump. I'm going to break down those movements for you. I'll go through some scaled versions that you can try. I'm going to be scaling some of that as well, so you can join along with me on that. Before we get to that, we're just going to do a quick warm-up, get our core warmed up, get our shoulders warmed up, and a little bit of pushing for going upside down. So come on over and let's do this. Quick disclaimer, you're going to need a wall, possibly, a chair or a low table, probably a pillow, and a towel. Okay, so for our warm-up, we're going to go into a plank on our elbows. So we're here, we're thinking about elbows being under the shoulders, and we've got two versions we can do here. We can either press up onto our hands and back down and try to alternate the arms that we push up with, or if we're a little bit stronger, we can put the hands flat and then from there press straight on up. We make it harder and harder by bringing the hands further and further back. So strong. Okay, so we're going to go for 30 seconds and then we're going to go upside down into a headstand. Oh, I nailed it. Head on your pillow, hands about shoulder width apart, and we're looking to form a nice triangle shape. So if I show you this way around, there, 1, 2, 3, rather than a straight line. This will be a weak position. From there, we're going to go the legs out wide, going to point the toes, pull them out wide, and up and back down again. We're going to do that for 30 seconds. It might just be getting into a tripod and pull your knees up and in tight. There. Or you just practice getting upside down. A little bit of chance to work getting upside down before our workout. Alright, let's do it. Don't do what you did before, JP. Time. Change. And my shoulders are done. A bit easier version this time. It's not that much easier. Who comes up with this crap? Me. I come up with this crap. Fantastic. I'm pretty warm. What's next? Oh yes, yay. Alrighty, so now we're a little bit warmer. Hopefully the shoulders are ready to do some work. We're going to have a quick little play with something called a frog stand. Now there's many versions of this that we can try. It kind of depends on your level. So the easiest one of the whole lot, you're going to go again with that nice triangle shape. If you're using a pillow here or a cushion, if your fingers are at the corners, then your head needs to go near the center. There. From here, lift the knees up off the floor, walk them in, and try to set one knee onto your elbow and the other knee on that elbow. This is our tripod. What we can do from there is turn the hands out slightly, and then, I don't know if this is going to work. Transfer up. And if you were actually good at that, we could end up somewhere around about here. So this would be our second version. This would be much harder. You've got to really use that tummy really hard. Third version we could do is with a straight arm. I'm going to go arms nice and straight. You can either go elbows and knees together. Being careful not to put your elbow on your knee, but just above it. Or, if you have the mobility for it, knees right up into your armpits. And hold. And that brings it from a frog to a crow. Somehow. Alrighty, or maybe it's a crane. Crane would make more sense. So we're going to take about 2 minutes, just have a play with that. Don't worry about sets or reps or anything like that. Just have a go, get comfortable. If it feels good, stay there. If it doesn't, come back down and try it again. Lovely. Oh, my triceps. I can tell this is going to go well. All right, let's give this another go. There we go. Nope, can't transition. I'm going to try breathing this time, see if that helps. Do as I say, not as I do. Oh, it makes it way easier. Totally, yeah.
1 minute.
Okay. Oh, my tummy. There's so much compression involved. That's great. Why don't we do these more often? That was like 3 seconds. What? 5? Oh. Oh dear. Top line. Oh, alrighty. Done? Cool. So, now that we've had a little play around with that stuff, it is time to do our workout. So, I'm going to go from the easiest up to the hardest. We'll start with our push-ups. That'll be our third and final movement. So, push-up. Level 1. Oh, these are tight. Level 1 would be on our knees. Bum tucked under. We do that by pulling the belly button in. And we're bringing the chest to the floor. And press back up. Like so. Try and keep the shoulders down the whole time. Level 2 then would be to lower down on your feet and push back up on your knees. Lower down your feet, push up on your knees. The third and final version will be on your feet, there, like so. Every time locking the arms out and also getting that chest to the deck. Second movement, which is our dip. We're going to use our chair or table or whatever for this. So we can go fingers over the end. The easiest version, level 1. We're going to have our feet kind of under our knees. Arms are locked to start with, and then from there we'll sink down as far as we can, and then back up again. Sink down and back up. If you're struggling to get low, you can move the hands a bit wider. That might help, might not. Second version of that we can do would be to go legs further out. So they're still bent, and from there we lower down and we come back up. So our legs here aren't able to do as much work. And our third and final version, lovely straight legs. Still getting those arms all locked out. And now we come to our handstands. This is one of my nemesis. This is a movement that I don't fully understand why, but I'm not very good at. So, same idea, we're going to do 3 different versions. Version 1. Going to grab your cheat sheet. This is my extra spongy pillow for extra heavy people. And we're going to go similar to our headstand earlier on. Hands at either corner. Bum up in the air, legs nice and straight. And see how I'm on my tippy toes? I'm not on my feet. And that way the weight then is through my hands. I'm going to bring myself down and push back up. There. This is our pike push-up. You can do that without a cushion for sure. It's going to require a lot more strength. But that would be level 1. Level 2 then, we would be strict handstand push-ups. Now you might think, wait a second, strict is harder than kipping. You're right. We want to make sure that you can actually do strict first before you crank it down to kipping. It's just not worth putting that amount of pressure through your neck if you're not strong enough to support it. So, we'd go hands either side of our tiny cushion. From there we'd kick on up, elbows squeezed in, push back up, like so. Lovely. Cool. And then to kip, what we would do is, as we get to the bottom, bring those knees down a little bit, shoot them up in the air, and hope for the best. Like so. Ta-da! Alrighty, so we're going to put a 10-minute time cap on this so we're not here all night. We're going to do 21 of your handstand push-ups, 21 of your dips, 21 of your push-ups. And then this is where things get really fun. You're going to do 15, 15 and 15, and then if you've got anything left, 9, 9 and 9. Don't be surprised when your arms just stop working. It's going to happen, as you'll see, and hopefully feel yourself. All right, so 10 minutes, then we'll do a quick stretch, then we're done. Sweet. You tell me when to go.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. That's it. Good.
I think that was 14.
Yeah, hi. I lost count after 6.
Yeah, it's okay.
So, 14.
Strategic rest. Definitely did way too many there, but hey, YOLO. Oh, Yeah, that went well. Nailed it.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Oh. I'm totally counting these ones where my feet don't hit the top.
Okay, one more. Last one. Ah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm counting that one too. Sweet.
Dips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Push-ups.
And this is where the arms fall off the leg.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 3 more, 19, 20, 21, 15,
What time is it? 5? 6?
420.
Sick. Alright, let's bless it.
15, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4,
I'm quite melted.
5, 10 more.
Only will Fabrice do this stripped and unbroken.
Ooh, strict. And over. 5 minutes.
Stripped and unbroken. Just double threat.
Yeah.
No!
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on, get up.
Just any rest in my arms.
5 more.
That's the pain of all. Come on.
5 more. Come on. Up. 1, 2, 3 more. Still counts.
Yeah,
2 more.
100%. Jump.
4 more. 2 more. Last one. Boom. 3 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Oh, those are terrible.
2 more. That's it. 9 times. 2 minutes. Come on, you got it. Come on. That's it. 1, 2, 3. Come on. That's it.
Too soon.
That's alright. Five. 1 minute. 6. 3 more. 1. 2 more. 2. 1 more. 30 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 push-ups, 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. 7, 8. Last one, come on, last one. Yes. Finish.
No judgment. No judgment.
Movement, consistency, intensity.
No, that was horrendous. Alright, so I'm just editing that video and got through the workout section. Wanted to address a few things that might have popped up. So when we're doing our workouts, we usually have a task and we're trying to do it for time, or we've got a time we're trying to do as much work in that time as possible. Now, what we're trying to do there is create intensity. So we're trying to get more work in a shorter space of time. If we take the example of three people, okay, and they do the same workout, and they all get the same time. Now I say person 1, let's use that JT as an example. Person 1 does it in 6 minutes. Okay, perfect rep, or perfect form from the start right the way to the finish. Finishes felt nice and easy. The second person goes through the workout a bit like how I did it, where a lot of the stuff was good, and like maybe 15% of it started to break down a little bit. Okay, really tough workout. Left on the floor afterwards thinking, oh my goodness, that was pretty tough. And then the third person was just terrible from the start. Okay, form was awful throughout all the reps, and there was more bad stuff than there was good. Now, of those 3 people, the person in the middle got the most out of that workout. So they were able to get 85% of the workout done really well, and then they got a huge dose of intensity, and that's where the form started to break down a little bit. That's the area we want to be in, not the first person where it's perfect the whole way through and it doesn't challenge us, but not the person at the end where it just looks crap from the start. All right, so just wanted to touch on that because some of those reps were a little bit dodgy. All right, see you guys. To finish off, I'm going to stretch out those triceps just while we're still warm. This is where you're going to need your towel, or if you have a brush shaft or something, do that. Here we go. We're going to go drape it over one shoulder. From there, reach your arm up and then try and walk the other one down. We're trying to see if we can get them to meet. And if we can, just try and give a little bit of tension up, give a little bit of tension down, have a little tug of war on your muscles. Alrighty, we'll do the same on the other side. I'm going to face you this time. That's the same arm, JP. Nice. Oh, super professional. Oh. Alrighty, gang. So, super tough session today. What we're doing there is we're working the same muscles in 3 different exercises. It's called interference. Normally, we would go with complementary exercises. So for example, maybe a lower body and an upper body together. That way, while one is working, the other is resting and vice versa, so you can get more intensity. Today, the intensity was got by overloading and fatiguing as fast as possible and then trying to work through that fatigue. Super good way of breaking through a plateau if you've got a movement or a muscle group that's a little bit stubborn, doesn't want to do what it wants to do. Drop in one of those. Old school bodybuilders know it as a giant set. Just doing a load of exercises together, back to back, multiple rounds with no rest. And relax. If you want to keep seeing more on this channel, please drop a click on that red subscribe button. Really helps out, and if you enjoyed this one in particular, stick a wee like down there too. Thank you very much for joining me, and hopefully see you tomorrow.